Whoa. Peace and blessings and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Bossy. I missed you guys. I have not created a YouTube video in a month or two. I don't even remember the last one I created, but I'm glad to be back now. And I wanted to talk with you all about my Lofi Summer Fun, this project that I have been doing for myself to conserve resources, to save money, and to reconnect with some of my favorite ways of having money. And those are enjoying films, TV shows, books, going to the library, going to museums, going to the zoo, and taking photographs, video, making things, writing, creating stories. These are the things that I love to do and that I've always found deep pleasure in doing. And since I've committed to finding ways to enjoy myself without overspending my money, and that's a commitment I've made to myself for the entire summer season, I found myself enjoying the daily routine pleasures way more than I do when I'm like greedily seeking something to entertain myself, when I'm distracting myself from a moment of loneliness or boredom. And I have found that with this new way of doing things, sometimes the simplest things like sleeping in or watching a movie late at night or a walk around my neighborhood to look at the beautiful houses, to pass by my neighbors and talk with them for a while, my first morning cup of tea, these things feel more enjoyable to me. And I thought that my summer would end up being the sort of thing where, because of this commitment to spend way less money, I was essentially going to be stuck in the house all summer, but that's not the case. What's actually happened is I've created more space for the big, important things that I actually want to do. So instead of gritting my teeth and just agreeing to go out to dinner and go out for drinks all the time, which is not something that I personally find very enjoyable, I get to do big things like hang out with my mother and my sister during Essence Fest, or go on an impromptu trip to Puerto Rico with a new friend or a new homegirl, or to fly to Los Angeles to go shop the camera stores and to go to an immersive theater experience with one of my friends who is a lover of cinema. So I'm able to channel more energy and money into having very intentional, specific experiences, while at the same time saving a lot of money and finding very, very deep and continual pleasure in my hometown or in my current town. And for me, I think there was a moment earlier in summer where I came to the realization, or not even came to the realization, I came to the realization again that this is the place that people come to have fun. And if I can't have fun here, in one of the arguably one of the funnest cities in the United States, you can't have fun nowhere. If you can't have fun here, if you cannot find a way to have fun here, what are you even doing, you know? So I have been enjoying the libraries, the parks, the zoo, the museums, and I plan to continue doing that because these are the things that are much more affordable. Also, there is a program, like a collaboration between the museums and national parks that are in driving distance between the Louisiana libraries and these different parks and reserves and museums. It's not a lot of them, but there are a handful of them where you can go to the library, check out a book bag. You could go birding, sightseeing. They'll put some supplies in the book bag for you. And you can go to these places for little to no cost. And these are the sorts of things that I'm discovering because I'm so committed to enjoying myself and my life. And as I've been doing this project, a couple of things have changed for me. And one of the big changes I've experienced recently is sort of a shift in being more intentional about who I am allowing to influence me, and actively seeking to listen to people who I admire because of their frugality, because of their good decision-making skills, because of their consistency, because of their level of commitment to their own health and well-being. Like, there are people that I have chosen to allow myself to be influenced by, just as there have always been people that I refuse to allow myself to be influenced by. So I've kind of reversed this habit of like withdrawing my attention from the wrong people. And instead, well, I'm still doing that. But additionally, I have been placing my attention on people that I deem as righteous and intelligent and wise so that I can learn from them. I've taken garden classes. I have subscribed to some new YouTube channels that I really like that are really anti-consumerism. I, as you may know, have been changing my spending and my shopping habits. And the biggest thing for my shopping this year is that I'm no longer using shopping and spending my money as a way to cope or as a way, like a strategy to make myself feel better. Instead, I will take a nap, I'll rest, I'll take a walk. That's like my big thing right now. I'll take a walk, I'll read a book, I'll listen to some music, I'll grab a tea, I'll chill for a second on my sofa. I will relax and be present with myself instead of immediately dashing out to go and spend more of my money. So, or I'll straighten up the house and organize some things and and make my environment cozier for myself just by tidying up, cleaning up. So these are the, I think, kind of boring things that I've been into. You guys know I've started gardening this year. The garden is doing really well. And I'm preparing now for my next round of crops and what I'm going to be planting late summer and early autumn. To me, these things, this slow paced living, this peaceful way of approaching my own life and my own days is really helping me to lock into this feeling of contentment. My favorite people are people who make good decisions and people who are content in their lives, people who really like themselves, like their lives, they like where they live, they like the work that they do, like they just have a way about them. They just have a sense of appreciation and gratitude for themselves, and they feel very graceful and very settled and comfortable with themselves and their lives. And that is I find that rare, that level of being all right with oneself and really prospering where one is planted. What I see more often is people constantly reaching for something else and chasing after something else and trying to do something else and emulate someone else, and just a perpetual dissatisfaction with the self. And I hate it. I hate it. I think that being a devotee of Santissima is really empowering in that there is this reminder that the clock is ticking. You only have so much time. One day you will miss this. And it kind of helps me to kind of burrow into my current place, my current position, my current status, my current everything, and milk it and enjoy it as much as I possibly can. And I'm loving the fact that I'm rediscovering ways to enjoy myself and to enjoy my life without constantly needing to consume something, like to consume and buy more things. And actually, I'm going to be honest with you, because I think one of the biggest issues I actually have is that I would buy things and not use it. Like I would just buy it to buy it. And I think that instead of shopping and spending and exhausting resources, not even exhausting, but using resources needlessly, it just feels better to create something, to sit down and produce, to sit down and write, to sit down and be in the process of making something, or to consume art, not even consume, experience, savor, enjoy, delight in some beautiful art, a book, a film, a show I haven't seen in years. For me, that is just more enjoyable. And I'm sharing that with you because, first of all, I think it's really important to be clear with yourself about what is influencing you, who you're allowing yourself to be influenced by, and why. I think that a lot of people are dangerously shallow, and it'll be like, I follow this person, listen to this person, and do what this person does because I like the way they dress. I like the way they look. Just really shallow surface things, as opposed to I really love this person's values. I love this person's ability to express themselves. I admire their intelligence and their work ethic, because anybody can, I don't know, I'm not going to go there. I think that for people who think and take things a little bit deeper and are serious about what they want for themselves and their future, it's important to be very clear and intentional about not only how you use your resources, and your time and attention are definitely some of your resources, your most precious resources, but also who I am allowing to impart ideas and thoughts and even desires into me, and why. Be careful on social media. You're being sold to all the time. Your attention is being sold off to marketers and advertisers and businesses all the time. So you want to be a little bit more careful that you're not constantly buying and allowing yourself to be pushed into using your resources, your time, your energy, your attention, your money in ways that you did not intend to use it. Like there was no real choice. There was no intention. There was no thought. There was no purpose on your end. That's an insult to us. And I think slowing down, being more vigilant and watchful, and also finding new ways to scratch that itch, that dopamine itch that doesn't include how many likes I get on a post, and is more like rooted in something real, like seeing my garden flourishing and seeing my body healthier and feeling better when I wake up in the morning, and feeling energized and being in the sun and being able to walk miles at a time because my body is strong enough and I'm able-bodied and I'm healthy and I'm grateful for these things, and creating something that I can share with somebody that I love and care about, someone that I want the best for. So that's where I've been. Where have you been? What's new with you? Have you been scripting? Here is my junk journal / scripting journal. And if you have been participating in Lofi Fun, which is low financial fun or low cost fun with me this summer, have you noticed any changes yet? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Peace and blessings.